All right, yay! Okay, good morning, RedKey Realty leaders. I am so sorry. It's kind of funny because my talk today, I'm gonna kind of move this around, was on being adaptable. That was my whole thing. So wouldn't you know it, I've been playing tricks on Klaus and he contacted me to say like, hey, are you ready for your thing? And I was making fun of like, no, I'm not ready. And then I got ready to get on Facebook and something had changed. So I had to download a new thing and it wasn't working. So I seriously did this last week. Everything was fine. And now my browser's outdated, won't work. Try to download, doing all this stuff. And then I'm like, okay, forget it. We're just going to try the phone. So in a weird way, the universe is working in our favor and it goes totally fine with our talk today. So first thing I want to talk about is that we have an ancient brain, that even though we are in the 21st century, we have survived as a species because our brain has a bias towards negativity and fear. So the way we've stayed alive this long is if saber-toothed tiger was chasing you, your brain was constantly looking for danger, or for the barbarians coming over the hill, we're looking for it, we are ready to go, fight or flight at all times. Now, for the most part, we don't face danger all the time or life and death issues hardly ever, but yet our brain will run on that negative fear-based track. So what can we do about that? And I was thinking about it that, it's a good thing. The brain has kept us alive, but the thing that it doesn't like sometimes are things that are new or unknown or could feel like danger. And when you think about it, that's exactly where we are right now with a global pandemic. It's new and it is unknown and uncertain. So that kind of reptilian brain, that ancient brain can kick in and make us feel fearful. So we may feel like we want to fight or flight or freeze. And that's okay. We're human. So let's just embrace that our brain's trying to save us, even though, its main thing is keep us in a comfort zone. And that's really not going to serve us, but we have to acknowledge it. Thank you, brain. Thank you. But now we're going to also look at what can we do to make sure we are overcoming that negative bias that we have. So I want to talk about a concept that I learned through the coaching program I go to it's from Strategic Coach, but it's called Getting in the Gap / Stay Out of the Gap. And okay, this is where my technology skills are going to be, hey, I'm doing Facebook Live on my phone for the first time, but now I can't share a screen or anything, so I'm going to draw. So this could be really confusing. But here's the first thing. If you can see this, and it may be backwards, I don't even know, but just bear with me. Okay, so here's where you are. This is, we set our goal for 2020, and then up here's the goal. And so it might be, I'm going to sell 2 million, or I'm going to sell 10 million, or I'm going to lose weight, or whatever it's going to be. So as we're going along, and we may get to, okay, if you can see that. Okay, say your goal was to sell 10 million and you got to 5 million. This is the gap area. And this is a really dangerous place for people to be in, and especially entrepreneurs. This is the place where you look at what did I want to achieve and what did I not achieve, that gap, and you can start that very negative self-talk of, oh, can't believe I didn't do this, I'm not good at this, I'm a loser, life sucks. And as an entrepreneur, we have to protect our confidence and protect when we're in positivity, it gives us resilience to keep going. When you think about this, I've talked about this before, but no one is immune to this. And, in the last couple of years, sometimes we've seen a lot of suicide, depression, anxiety. And I really believe a lot of that is from living in this area right here. Sometimes we've seen people who have wealth and fame and everything you could imagine, and yet they take their life because they have so much depression, anxiety, stress. And I think it's because we look at what did we not accomplish. So today, sorry, I'm just reading the thing, can you hear me? So I don't know. Okay, I'm going to just keep going and we'll figure it out. If this is terrible, I'm going to try to download the new thing and maybe try it again. Anyway, so today, this is stand where you are and measure backwards. So if the same person who had a goal of selling 10 million and got to 5, looked back and said, you know what? I got to 5. That's more than I did last year. I learned some new skills. I can keep going. This is good, and I will get there. That's going to have them ready to take the next step and stay resilient. So since we're in the middle of our, coronavirus pandemic, I want to encourage everybody to measure backwards. Look at where you are today. Look at where you were at the beginning of the year and think of the things you can do now that you couldn't do before. That's going to increase your positivity, which makes you more productive. It makes you more able to solve problems. It lights up every center of your brain. So here are a couple of mine. That since this coronavirus time started, we'd never done an online sales meeting, and now we can do it. I had never done a drive-by birthday party. So my niece Lily had a birthday party. We did a parade, we decorated. It was so much fun. Totally new. We hadn't done that before. I've watched agents and the title company and our brokers and everyone complete transactions remotely. We had never done that. This is a very sad one, but it also had some gifts. My dad passed away and we were able to kind of say goodbye to him via technology. I know it sounds really sad, but in a weird way, there were some really lovely, intimate gifts through this. And we had a very intimate, small funeral. Didn't even know we could do it. Didn't know what that landscape would look like. My son, Clay, who's 19, loves D&D, Dungeons and Dragons. I've never played. I played Dungeons and Dragons. I have a character name, I can't remember. I think it's Melvin, who's an elf or something. Anyway, so I know how to play Dungeons and Dragons. Today, getting ready to attend a 2.5-day conference online. I thought I would be in another city learning, but I'm gonna learn how to take in the information and assimilate it and bring it back to our agents and staff. It's all brand new stuff. So I want you to think about what have you achieved, measure backwards, and then, pat yourself on the back for surviving, for thriving, and for being adaptable. I wrote down a quote, it's a Darwin quote, and it says, "It is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent. It is the most adaptable." So the companies and agents that will thrive after this are the people who can adapt, who can say, okay, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do Facebook Live, but we'll keep going like a honey badger and figure it out. I don't know how to do a remote transaction or do a buyer consultation online. I will lean into it, adapt, and we will thrive through this. So thanks for hanging in there with me. And please celebrate your successes, pat yourself on the back, and measure backwards for all the things you're doing and all the things you've learned. Okay, thanks so much.